This is actually my first time recording my voice. This is my voice reveal. Hello world, hello channel. I'm aware quite a lot of you have probably, gone into my channel through my gacha content and stuff. So this is a bit of a different thing, but I'm expanding my horizons. I'm doing something new. This is gonna be a video about the precure community. In case you're not aware, I'm British, so I have a pretty thick accent, so sorry if you don't understand what I'm saying. I also talk quite fast sometimes, at least I've been told, when I get excited about something or angry. So sorry about that too, if you don't understand what I'm saying. And yeah, thanks. I'm a little nervous about this because, well, I don't usually put my voice out in public, but I've wanted to do commentary videos for a very long time, and this is my first chance to do it. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the video / rant. It's kind of a rant, I suppose. And yeah, and stan yuni, by the way, because this is my first time saying something that maybe people are gonna actually hear. So stan yuni, we love yuni. Yuni is life, yuni is love. Yay. So this is something I wanted to get off my back for a long time, but we have to talk about how the precure community talks about green cures. Now, as someone who has been in the precure community since I was 13 years old, I keep seeing all of these people who are obsessed with green cures. Like, they beg Toei for one every single season, they get mad when the green cure isn't green enough, they make green recolors of cures that aren't green, and stuff like that. And to be brutally honest, I find that really annoying. Like, I know people will probably come after me for saying this, but I don't care, this is my opinion, like, deal with it. Point is, if you focus on one tiny aspect of a franchise, like the colour of a character, like the fact that they're green or they're not green, then you are inevitably going to end up disappointed. Precure is a show full of creativity and fun and gayness, but some people only want to focus on whether the season has a cure with a specific theme colour or not. And if it doesn't, then they whine and bitch about it to no end. Like, that is so fucking pettish and childish, I'm sorry. Like, by closing yourself off to any potential the show or character could have, all because they don't use one colour, you are literally ruining it for yourself. You don't have to do that. Before people start saying, oh, you don't understand, green cures are so cool. Actually, I like green cures too. Some of my favourite characters of all time are green cures, like Kotoha and Komachi, and stuff like that. And I went through a phase where I thought the world would end if we didn't get a green cure in the new season or some shit. But you can be a green cure liker and not an annoying bitch when there isn't a green cure in the newest season. If you like green cures, all the more power to you, like I do too. But that isn't an excuse to be rude to others for no reason. So maybe try to look beyond your narrow mindset and appreciate Precure for the wonderful franchise that it is, rather than hyper-focusing on one tiny thing. Like, also just saying, people be like, oh, we need a green cure so much, but in reality we need cures that are canonically neurodivergent or canonically queer. I know, like, the cures, like, they're all very gay, but not canonically. That's important, not canonically. We need a canonically sapphic cure couple way more than we need a green cure. Or, like I said, canonically autistic cure, or a dark skinned cure, or a disabled cure, or something. Like, like, it's not that hard. Like, of all the priorities I would have in terms of what kind of cures we need, a green cure is not on that list. Like, I don't care. Like, it's a tiny part of the colour. If at the most a theme colour of a character shows you who they are as a person, it's like green is like a serene colour, a colour associated with nature. But it's not that deep. Like, the colour of a character is their theme colour is not as important as something like whether they're neurodivergent or not, or whether they're gay or something. I just think that we need way more of actual good representation for cures rather than just like, oh, a green cure will fix everything. Like, it won't. And I see this on Precure Twitter a lot. I'm not on Precure Twitter, I don't have a Twitter account, thank God, because Twitter is just like Twitter. I mean, it's Twitter. But I've seen people talking about it. I have friends who are on Precure Twitter, and it is an absolute minefield. Like, people just get so mad over the fact there isn't a green cure in the newest season. Like, just come on. Like, it's not that deep. We have green cures. We have, if you want, like, officially, we have Cure Min and Cure March. We have Cure Felice. I like saying it Felice, it sounds nicer. We have Felice, who is officially a green cure. If she doesn't look green to you, that's your problem. That's Toei's choice, and I think she looks fine. If you want to moan about what colour she is, that's a tiny part of her personality and her character, or whatever. You know, you have characters like Cure Parfait, who is canonically rainbow, but is grouped with the green cures, you know, for continuity's sake. And that's fine. You have like Cure Milky. Is she teal? Is she blue? Is she green? I don't know. Toei doesn't know. Toei's inconsistency of these characters is insane. Like in the latest 20th anniversary merch and stuff, they've put Milky with the blue cures. And they've said she's green before, so I don't know. Like, it's Toei. Toei is making this shit up as they go along. Don't go, like, if you want to go off what Toei says, then most of the time they keep it consistent, but sometimes they just go on a whim and do something, like, weird like that, but whatever. But yeah, this is just a personal thing, but this is something that the precure community has been focused on for way too long. Colour discourse is stupid. This is a show for literal babies. Calm down. It's okay if a character is a colour that isn't your favourite. Like, you know, there not being as many green cures as there are other cures, like blue cures or white, or not white cures, yellow cures or purple cures or pink cures. That isn't hurting anyone. Like, I don't see a problem with that. If you want a green cure, go and do a fan series where there's a green cure. People are also like, oh, I don't know. I'm going to do a green recolor. I saw, like, after Cure Earth was revealed to be purple, I saw so many people being like, oh, I want to do a green recolor of Cure Earth. And it looks really ugly. Like, a lot of these people do not know how recolors work. So they just, like, colour her green. And she looks ugly. Like, I'm sorry. Like, there are some parts where, like, when you recolor something, you can't just colour it neon green and be like, oh, it looks nice. Like, that's not how you design things. The design is more than just, like, slapping one colour on a character and making their hair the same colour and their clothes the same colour and their eyes the same colour. That just looks ugly. It's, like, bright, imagine just, like, bright neon green. It's not pleasing to the eye. Like, if you like neon colours, maybe it's pleasing to you. I don't know, people have different sensory perception and stuff, but to me, it does not look nice. It looks ugly. And, you know, and that's someone's opinion. If someone thinks the recolor you did is ugly because you didn't put a little thought into it and you just wanted to make her green for the hell of her being green because you're like, I love green cures, then that's not that person's fault. It's just how they feel. You can't be like, oh, people are mean to me on the internet. That's so sad. Like, get over it. It's the internet. People are gonna be mean to you on the internet. That's how the internet works. Welcome to the World Wide Web, where people are mean to each other every single day. I don't know. It really annoys me. It's a huge part of the fandom. You cannot go anywhere without seeing someone being like, I want more green cures, or, you know, I wish this, like, insert character here was a green cure. It's so boring. Like, get a new argument. If, like, focus on something that's actually important, like the lack of dark-skinned characters in Precure, or the lack of, I don't know, disabled characters in Precure. Obviously there are reasons for those sorts of things, because Japan is, like, racist and stuff, and also because, like, people are like, oh, I want a plus-size character, and then, like, that's because of the molds. In case you didn't know, the dolls have these, like, molds they have to make, and if Precure makes a chubby character as a cure, they're gonna have to change the entire mold, and that costs lots of money, and ultimately Toei and Bandai and stuff, they are more focused on making money than making characters diverse, because if they start making characters diverse, like, I don't know, Cure Soleil's doll, the colours were all really fucked up, because, like, they couldn't deal having a new character mold with slightly darker skin than normal, and, you know, it's like, it's a money thing. Capitalism. We live in a capitalist society. Welcome to capitalism. It's just, yeah, I don't even know. It's just very annoying to me, and a lot of people, and especially will stop. Obviously, making a semi-rant about it on the internet isn't going to solve anything, but I wanted to voice my concerns because I know other people have these concerns too, and yeah. So, in conclusion, just, like, enjoy Precure. Don't be a bitch about it. Don't be like, I want a green cure 5 seconds. If you go into a season being like, I want a green cure, and there's no green cure, that's stupid. You're focusing on a tiny part of the season, and if it's not there, you're gonna be a bitch. Like, focus on what's actually about the season, rather than just being like, oh, this one tiny facet that I wanted isn't here, therefore I'm gonna throw a tantrum. Like, don't do that. Enjoy Precure. Precure is a franchise all about being friends and being happy, so Make friends and be happy. Don't be an adult on the internet whining about a show for literal babies because they didn't do a character that was your favourite colour. Like, that's just stupid. Am I the only one who thinks this is stupid? Because it's really stupid. Again, I can't change anything of this. People will be mad at me, but I don't give a fuck. This is my opinion. Deal with it. Anyway, yeah, have a great day. Out that with the recolors, people don't usually account for having different colours to balance out the green. So like, for example, not all precure designs are all in one colour. It's not like, I don't know, a precure design is all just the same colour pink, the same shade pink. It's not like that. You know, like every design, every good design at least, should have different colours to balance stuff out. It's not like, you know, you don't see a character design that's just like all green. So a lot of people just do it all green, all the exact same shade of green, and they look so ugly because there's no variation. You know, like, typically, in terms of sensory perception, we like having variation in designs, like aesthetically. So not having that makes it just look really ugly, like, not objectively, I suppose, but it does look pretty gross to most people because they're like, we want variation, we want like nice looking colours. Another thing I didn't mention is that green cures don't usually sell well. Like, that's a whole thing. Like, I'm not sure how true this is because obviously I'm not Japanese, I don't live in Japan. But kids usually don't like the colour green, at least not like for little girls liking the colour green, so that's why there aren't that many green cures. Like, for example, pink has been a colour that has always like been traditionally liked by girls. Maybe not in Japan, like in other places, you know, like it's like pink is for girls, blue is for boys, that whole thing. You know, like when you think of girls, you think of like pink lipstick and pink dresses and frilly stuff and things, like traditionally feminine stuff. And green traditionally is a colour, like in terms of the precure franchise, that kids don't usually like. So therefore, it makes complete sense that we don't have that many green cures because kids just don't like them. It is not that deep. The kids just don't like it, and that's why we don't have that many. And they think it's an ugly colour. And, you know, I'm sorry if you like colour green and you want more green cures, but the fact remains is that you can't change that. You can't just walk up to like all the kids in Japan and be like, lol, you have to like the colour green. You're not allowed to not like the colour green because that's not true. Like, it's something you can't change. And again, like, if you want more green cures, do a fan series of green cures, or do green recolors, but, you know, make them actually look pretty. Like, it's just like, it's really not something that you should waste so much time and energy arguing over. Like, there are really, like, again, much bigger things, much bigger problems with precure, like I said, like, canonically, like more diversity, more body diversity, more racial diversity, stuff like that. Some of that is way more important. And, like, green is just a colour. It's just a colour. It's not that deep. So, yeah, that is something else I wanted to mention. But yeah, this isn't really directed at any specific person. It's like a whole, there is this group of people who just all love to like complain so much about how much like green cures are oppressed or something. So it's just like, no, that's not really true. It's not a personal thing. It's just how things are. Like, if you don't really like it, just don't waste your breath on it. Just there are plenty of other franchises, like, I don't know, Balala, for example, Balala the Fairies, which is a really great franchise you should check out. It's a Chinese magical girl franchise. It's really fun. That have plenty of green magical girls. And some of the most famous green magical girls, you know, like Sailor Jupiter, New Lettuce, I don't know, the girl from Mermaid Melody. There are loads of them. And precure is just one franchise. You don't have to focus on it so much. If you want, say, a dark precure season, go watch one of the many dark magical girl shows that exist. Like, it's not really that hard. Like, people are always like, oh, I want precure to be this. Stop trying to force precure to be something that it isn't, and something that it probably will never be. Go and watch something else that is more similar to what you would like to see. Like, it's not that hard. Yeah, people get way too mad at this sort of stuff, and I really do think that it's time to just stand up about it and be like, this is enough. Stop being silly. It's not that deep. But yeah, that is it. That is all I have to say. Thank you for watching again. This is like an additional thing. But yes, stan uni. Have a great day.